Hello students, welcome to another lesson presented by the Learning Depot. In today's lesson, you are going to learn how to write a hook. A hook is a sentence or group of sentences that will hook or capture your reader and will lure him to want to read your short story, essay, or novel. The hook, also called the lead, will set the tone and mood for your writing. And depending on the style of your writing, whether it's narrative, expository, or persuasive, you will decide what kind of hook you will use. In today's lesson, you will learn about different types of hooks that you can use with narrative, expository, and persuasive. Let's begin.
The three main types of essays are the narrative, the expository, or persuasive. Narrative writing is also called creative or fictional writing. There are many types of narrative writing, but they all share the common characteristics of characters, setting, plot, and conflict. Expository writing investigates an idea. As its name implies, it is writing that exposes facts. In other words, expository writing explains and educates its readers. It seeks to explain and expose. Persuasive writing is any written communication with the intention to convince or influence readers to believe in an idea or an opinion and to do an action. Persuasive writing uses evidence-based logic, emotional language, and ethical appeals to illustrate an opinion or point of view. Argumentative writing falls under the persuasive writing umbrella. The difference is that in an argumentative writing piece, you will present both points of view. Depending on the format of your writing, the type of essay, and the tone and mood of your writing, you will decide on the type of hook that you will use to best lure your reader. We are going to look at 10 different types of hook ideas. Some would be best suited for narrative, others for expository, and others for argumentative. Before we go on, we are going to base our topic on Mike the Headless Chicken. If you've never heard the true story of Mike the Headless Chicken, this is a true and factual event that happened in Colorado in 1945. A farmer named Lloyd Olson was planning to eat supper with his mother-in-law and was sent out to the yard by his wife to bring back a chicken. When the farmer prepared to behead the chicken, the axe removed a bulk of the head but missed the jugular vein and left one ear and most of the brainstem intact. Because of this failed attempt to behead Mike, the chicken was still able to balance and walk. He was able to eat, peck for food, and crow. The farmer decided to care for Mike, and Mike lived a whopping 18 months without a head. He became famous. He toured sideshows and was even featured in Time and Life magazine. If you want to learn more about Miracle Mike, the Headless Chicken, I'll put a link below so that you can read more about him. So now let's go on to our hooks based on Mike the Headless Chicken. The first examples we will look at would work for narrative writing. The first one is onomatopoeia. And you could say, buck, 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 whoosh, thud. In this hook, you give the illusion of the chicken cackling, the axe swinging, and then the thud when the axe finally makes contact. Another type of hook you could use for narrative writing is alliteration. Miracle Mike, the chirpy chicken and famous fowl, survives a botched beheading. Another hook that works well with narrative writing is the anecdote or incident. These are little mini stories that you could tell. It was unusually hot that summer. My room faced the barn. As I heard the squawking, I ran to my open window. There was Daddy. His arms were raised up in the air and his face was beet red. I saw the shiny glimmer of the axe, the steel blade catching the sun and shining brightly in the sky. In his other hand was Mike. Daddy's fist tightly wrapped around Mike's neck. I could see Daddy's knuckles turning white. Daddy's fist clenched tightly. Mike was fighting for his life. You could also say, he wasn't always Mike. He was one of many nondescript, unimportant chickens. But after what happened, we had no choice but to give him a name, for he deserved it. You can also start a narrative with dialogue. Where's Daddy going with that axe? I asked Mama. He's going out to the chicken coop. "We're having company tonight," she casually replied as she set a pot of water on the stove. And another hook you could use when writing a narrative is a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get away from the farmer who chopped his head off. Let's go on to hooks that would be effective for expository writing. A good hook for expository writing would be a factual statement or statistic, something that's bizarre, interesting, or unusual. Chickens possess the neurologic components necessary to respond to painful stimuli, and they perceive pain in a way similar to humans. They experience REM, have memory like that of elephants, and can even feel empathy. Another good hook for expository writing would be the misconception. Most people think that chickens are dumb, but in fact, they are remarkably intelligent in their own right. And for the persuasive or argumentative, a good hook would be to start with a rhetorical question. Is it ethical to eat animals? If animals eat other animals, why can't humans do the same?
Oh.
You can start with a quotation. Mahatma Gandhi once said that the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. And you can use a strong statement. The case of Mike the Headless Chicken was an example of cruelty and animal rights abuse.
I hope you learned a lot about hooks and how to write them, and the different types of hooks that you can use for narrative, expository, or persuasive essays. Remember that the hook is one of the most important components in your introduction. The hook you choose will depend on the style, tone, and mood that you want to put forth in your writing. Keep in mind that the best way to improve your writing is to use mentor texts. These are authentic writings or books, novels, stories from authentic literature that you can use as examples and guides. I'm going to give you a little assignment. Can you write your own hook based on Miracle Mike, the Headless Chicken? Go ahead and use one of the styles that we covered today and leave it in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye!